I was waiting for the handoff, but I don't believe it's happened.
It's happened, okay. We'll be discussing the website when we're going to schedule a workshop before the end of year meeting, and that'll be a topic that we will discuss. Any other comments? Okay. The minutes. We have a lot of minutes, 11:17, 11:10, 2 on 11:10.
Workshop would be a better time to do it.
Well, I'd like to have, in that connection, I'd like to have a workshop prior to the 30th of December when we have our end of year meeting, and the reorganization meeting will follow that.
Well, my concern is that what I want to talk about on the attorney and the planner in particular, and the committees, requires some work to be done between now and then.
Okay.
Because, well, I'll read.
Let's at least discuss
I'll
it.
read a motion on the attorneys.
Okay.
I move to advertise and seek quotes for the position of attorney to the town board to be received no later than 12 noon on December 19th. Quotes are
Wait, hold on, Ross, there's a motion on the table first, and you're
There
reading
is?
another motion.
Would you read the
I
motion?
made a motion to postpone discussion of these
okay.
items
I'm sorry.
to another future date.
Didn't get a second.
that.
You seconded. Well, I need discussion.
So now we have discussion.
Discussion.
Yeah, I mean, if we wait for a workshop in 2 weeks, we won't have time to go out and get information.
Okay, I talked with Pam Richardson today. She and Scott Volkman would like to come in and talk with me and structure what you'd like to do to us with your motion. They'd like to show me how to get that done.
Show me how to get what?
Well,
Yeah,
done.
they want to help us structure the search for the attorney for 2009.
And what's the fee for that?
I'm sorry?
And what would be the fee for their service to do that?
I didn't ask them for their fee for service in that regard. They currently get $140 an hour.
Well,
But
why do we
that's the
need,
point.
why do
Well,
we need
you-
an attorney to come help us figure out how to go to hire an attorney?
Well, I'm sure there are ways to do it efficiently and effectively.
Well, you know, I think we should start having the discussion now, because I can tell you, I have numbers in front of me that indicate that from January '07 to August '07, attorney fees for just the general, $10,805. Attorney fees from January '08 to August '08, same time period, just general, $20,344. That's twice as much. So I think we have to start having this conversation now, and I think we should at least hear what Ross wants to propose, because I think it's in the town's best interest to get quotes from other attorneys for fee reasons, if nothing else. And there are other reasons that, yes, we could probably talk about offline, workshop, whatever, but from a fee perspective, I think there are other attorneys out there. We need to find out what other services are available to us and what their rates are. Much the same as we did with the bridge project. When we went out to bid, we came in much lower to proceed without looking for other attorneys. We run the same risk of running double again next year, and I think we should start acting on this now, and that we should proceed. It's open. I mean, it's open, so it's not like we're precluding the current attorneys or not allowing another set of attorneys. We want to gather information, and I think we need to do it now rather than later. It's December 8th, and we need attorneys in place for January 1.
Do you know what the data is for the cost for general attorney fees from January through November of both years?
I can only give you up to what has been submitted by our current attorneys. So I can add in what was on the abstracts for this month. So that's one more month. That brings the 07 attorneys, which happen to be Vandewater, up to $11,552.75. It brings the current attorneys for 08, which happens to be Gellert and Klein, to $24,446.03. And that's without an attorney at the board meeting for 4 meetings. So it really needs serious consideration, especially when one of our big concerns is that 1420 attorney line.
Yeah, I mean, we agree with that. We already agreed during the budget process that we were going to, bid this out or, find a cheaper
Then
way.
we need to do it now.
Cheaper way of doing this.
Okay, so
Then we
we
need
don't
to do
want
it
to
now.
table this to a later workshop.
Absolutely not.
That's
Well-
the motion we're on right now, is to table this discussion for a later workshop. I don't know why we would.
I mean, I'm not prepared
Because
to
we
discuss planner, attorneys, CAC, all these other committees. This is a matter that should be saved
I don't
for a
recall
workshop.
this
when we-
discussion taking place last year at the December meeting. You didn't discuss who you were gonna, things to be appointed, or even before that. Had you ever done that before? Did
No,
ever
you
discuss?
picked the attorneys for this year. We didn't know
We
it
didn't- we
until
had-
the
we
first
had-
meeting,
No, because
and
we
Linda
haven't done
Murray
that
came
before.
into the room, and it was like, oh, it's Linda Murray.
There's been
Of course.
discussions before meetings about discussing who's gonna be
Of course, when
appointed.
we
Yes,
changed attorneys in the
absolutely,
past,
absolutely.
but we didn't change attorneys. We weren't planning to change attorneys, so we didn't need to have a discussion.
Mhm.
But we did discuss, because we had discussions
Well-
with
well,
Andrew Water,
so-
Gillard, and Klein.
I don't
Let-
know
let's
if it's,
summarize.
right, okay.
I'll call the
let's-
question.
Let's summarize, we have a motion and a second to take which issues
We have
into a workshop.
Attorney, planner, committee, CAC, retain prosecutor, website transition, and notice one, and it might have to be separate, because I don't know if that's a workshop item,
I mean, I guess by way of further discussion,
Yes, go ahead.
I think you should at least listen to the motions, and you can decide that you don't want to do it now and want to do it later.
Yes, I'd like to hear your motion.
But I think you ought to listen to
In
it.
the context of
So-
discussion.
So, call the roll, and let's see if we
No, no.
want to discuss it any further.
No, I'd like
No, there's a motion on the table. I don't want to bring another motion to the table.
to, in the context of discussion, I'd like to know.
What I would say on the attorney fees is I move to advertise and seek quotes for the position of attorney to the town board to be received no later than 12 noon on December 19th. Quotes are preferred on the basis of retainer, but will also be accepted on an hourly rate, either or both options, for legal work other than with respect to litigation, for which a separate hourly rate is requested. Candidates submitting bids will be acknowledged, and those considered will be interviewed on a schedule to be approved by the town board. Now, if you don't go out and get the information now, how are you going to make a decision by January 1?
My concern was that if we did not have a decision, that we would continue the current attorney with, on a month-to-month basis. And Pam had no problem with that today.
At what rate?
We didn't discuss the rate, but the rate that they proffered for the coming year was $160 a month, an hour, versus $140, which we're currently paying. I discussed the issue with other supervisors. They're also concerned about lawyers increasing their fees. And they were asking me what we were doing and whether or not we were going to act on a retainer. I said, well, every attorney will be asked for an hourly rate as well as a retainer, which is at the crux of your.
I think
Sure,
one
yours
of
well.
my issues is that it's 9 o'clock now. There's a long list here of discussion items. I think a workshop would be a better place to have this kind of discussion. I'm not saying it needs to be in 2 weeks from now, but I just think this isn't the right time or place to do this.
I think we're here to do the town's business. We have not scheduled workshops at this board's prerogative all year long. And now you want to delay at the end of the year to have a workshop.